everyone, and welcome back to
Imagine That News.
This week's vocab word is mercurial, meaning susceptible to change.
Something really bad has happened. A new COVID strain called Traf is out, and it causes projectile vomiting and zombie-like behavior. While information right now is still considered mercurial, it has been reported that patients with this variant have had a lifelong fear of redheads. That doesn't sound too fun to me.
The new variant spreads through the air and by touch and is extremely contagious. The first sign of this variant is a really horrible rash. This variant has only been seen in Kazakhstan, started by this man.
Gross. April Fools! Starting today's real news off with some Ukraine updates, Deputy Prime Minister of Ukraine, Itn April, has stated Russia has agreed on the establishment of 10 humanitarian corridors.
Amnesty International Secretary General Agnes Callamard actually spoke about the establishment of humanitarian corridors for the safe evacuation of Ukrainian citizens on March 10th. She stated, "International humanitarian law prohibits attacks against civilians and civilian objects, indiscriminate and disproportionate attacks."
On March 3rd, an agreement to establish these corridors and humanitarian aid for Ukrainian citizens was made between the two states of Russia and Ukraine, but there was no execution. However, on March 26th, 10 of them were established in besieged cities.
A total of around 2 million Ukrainian refugees have fled to Poland's borders, so I'm glad that this humanitarian action is being carried out. Let's just hope as effectively as promised.
And just recently, the EU has signed a U.S. gas deal to stump reliance on Russian oil. The deal would supply the EU with an extra 15 billion cubic meters of gas on top of last year's 22 billion cubic meters, which totals equivalent to around 24% of their gas imported from Russia.
The EU gets about 40% of gas from Russia, and others mostly from Norway and the North Sea. However, with this new deal, it will increase EU supply of U.S. pumped oil. While the U.S. said that the gas would be supplied through other international actors as well, no information can be found on whether or not this gas from the U.S. would be coming from their own pipes.
Well, maybe by international partners he can mean Canada, because on March 24th, Canadian Natural Resources Minister Jonathan Wilkinson started boosting crude oil exports by around 5% this year to help ease tight oil markets. This scramble for energy leaves countries taking opportunities as they come to pump up their exports.
And speaking of seizing opportunities, on March 24th, someone went to the extremes to get reparations on a new bucket of chicken.
A woman from Ohio contacted 911 to call about her messed up KFC order. She ordered 8 pieces of chicken, but supposedly only got 4.
The woman was very adamant about her chicken, stating, "I only got 4 pieces of chicken and I want my chicken." However, unfortunately, the department said an officer arrived at the eatery and told the woman that there was nothing he could do as it was not an emergency.
I don't know, it sounds pretty urgent to me. I wonder if our classmates would go to the extremes for reparations on a messed up KFC order.
On to the interview section.
We're here with Anji. Anji, would you call the cops if KFC got your order wrong?
Definitely not.
Why?
Well, I think it's a little bit extra. Yes.
We're here with Michael. Michael, if you got your order wrong at KFC, would you call the cops?
No, I wouldn't.
Wait, hold on. Your shoe's untied. Okay, what was your answer?
I would not call the cops.
Not even if they give you 4 pieces of chicken when you paid for 8?
No, I would not.
Good man. We're here with Olivia, right?
Yes. If you got skipped out on 4 pieces of KFC chicken, what would you do? Would you call the cops?
Yes, I need my money's worth.
Oh wait, you have something on your shirt. Just kidding, April Fool's.
Wow. Imagine that. Tune in next week.